Tyler Reddick wins, and several playoff drivers, including season champion Martin Truex Jr., have some problems. Let's get into it. Coming up next. What's going on, everybody? Hope you're doing good this Monday. All right, Tyler Reddick wins the Kansas race. This is 3 out of 4 for 23-11 at Kansas in the last 4 races, and I guess 4 out of 4 if you include Denny Hamlin owned cars, or cars that Denny Hamlin is at least associated with. So good run for them, good run for Toyota. It was an exciting finish. The caution at the end set up a really good finish. Tyler Reddick had a good car all day, but there were other cars in this race that led a bunch of laps. Denny Hamlin, he led about 60 laps, I want to say, and Kyle Larson led the most laps with 99. I would have loved to have seen those two guys at the end sort of battling it out to see who actually had the fastest car on the day. But Denny Hamlin, for whatever reason, him and Kyle Larson have some type of weird rivalry going on that they both need to get over because it's going to cost them a championship if they keep doing it. But if Kyle Larson laid back, and Denny Hamlin was so concerned with Kyle Larson laying back that he laid back and left about 4 to 5 car lengths in front of him and the next car on the restart, and it probably cost him this win because Tyler Reddick, who started on the inside lane in the same basically row that Denny Hamlin was so far in front of Denny Hamlin on the restart that Denny Hamlin more or less gifted Tyler Reddick this race. So very interesting that the pissing competition between Larson and Hamlin cost both of them basically a race win, but a very good race start to finish. Like I said, that wasn't the only drama though, however, with Kyle Larson. Here's Kyle Larson talking about the Chase Elliott contact on pit road.
I tried to leave as much space as I could. Obviously, I made contact with him, but I felt like if I didn't, I was going to clobber the 6, right in the right front. And, I thought the safest bet for all of us was for me to, squeeze out a little bit. So I understand why he's mad or was mad in the moment. I hope when he sees a replay, he understands that I didn't have any space or, not much, just inches.
So to me, that is just a product of Chase Elliott having a very frustrating season, and the frustration boiled over once again. I think when he looks at the replay, like Kyle Larson said, I think when he looks at the replay, everything will be cool. That wasn't the only drama from this race, especially for playoff drivers, because at least 6 or 7 of them, I want to say, Martin Truex Jr., Chris Buescher, Christopher Bell, Bubba Wallace, Micheal McDowell, who else down here? Chris Buescher. They all had problems, most of it related to tires. Martin Truex Jr. ran over a piece of debris, as you'll see here. This was tweeted out by his crew chief, James Small, or X'd out. I don't know. It's Twitter, it's X, what is it now? Anyway, he was the only one that actually cut down a tire from debris. There were other tire issues, including Chris Buescher, who blew a right rear. Bubba Wallace also blew a right rear. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. tapped the wall. Christopher Bell made some contact. I think he spun himself out. William Byron spun himself out. So just about every single playoff driver, not every single, but several playoff drivers in this race had some type of drama, and it really affected the points, in particular Martin Truex, who now sits below the cut line. So let's take a look at the point standings as it is right now. Larson and Reddick are already locked into the next round with wins. Then you've got Denny Hamlin at plus 49, William Byron at plus 41, Brad Keselowski at plus 33. Then you've got Ryan Blaney and Kyle Busch, who are kind of safe at plus 25 and plus 24. But then you've got Ross Chastain, Chris Buescher, Christopher Bell, Joey Logano, Kevin Harvick, and Martin Truex Jr. all separated by 18 points going for that going for the cut line there. So Truex minus 7 right now from Harvick, but only minus 18 to Ross Chastain, who is in 8th place as it stands right now. Bubba Wallace, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., and Micheal McDowell all in must-win situations coming up at Bristol. So that point shakeup is definitely going to influence how these drivers drive the rest of the season. Like I said, with the stage wins and stuff like that, Martin Truex Jr. could go out there and win a couple of stages. That's 20 points right there. So, and we know he can win stages. Bubba Wallace good at Bristol. Same thing could happen there. So Bristol is a short track. So there's going to be a lot of bumping and banging. All kinds of things could happen at Bristol. These drivers are going to be on maximum aggression. Micheal McDowell's been on maximum aggression since the playoffs started. It just hasn't worked out for him so far in this race. So it's going to be really interesting going to Bristol. But all right, let's get into good race, bad race, even though I've already touched on it a little bit. It was a good race for Tyler Reddick and the Money Lion Toyota. He gets the win, locks himself into the playoffs. Denny Hamlin, although he led 66 laps and had a really fast car, he ends up with the second place finish. Like I said, paying attention to Kyle Larson in his rearview mirror and not the cars in front of him, which he said in his interview. Erik Jones, Tyler Reddick won the race, but in a lot of ways, Erik Jones stole the show. Not only was it a great finish and he almost held on, he ends up getting the third, but almost held on to get the win. But also, just throughout the race, getting that 43 car up there, a lot of people were talking about him. He's obviously in underfunded equipment this year because Chevrolet has pulled its support because they know they're going to Toyota. So it's been a good run for him, not only this race, but the most current races. Kyle Larson finishes 4th. Joey Logano 5th. Good finish for him. Chase Elliott finishes 6th. That's important because, like I said, he is running that number 9 in the owner's points, and they're up to 8th in owner's points. Kyle Busch makes the best of his day with a 7th place. Good pit strategy there for them at the end. Christopher Bell comes back from that spin early on and gets an 8th place finish. Brad Keselowski 9th, continues the momentum for RFK. Alex Bowman, the next non-playoff driver other than Erik Jones, in the top 10, so good race for him as well. And I've already mentioned them, but bad race here for Martin Truex Jr. and Bubba Wallace. And Chris Buescher there at 27th, and Michael McDowell in 26th, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in 23rd. All those playoff drivers needed good runs to at least sort of get them mathematically eligible. Martin Truex Jr. still mathematically eligible. The rest of them are in win to get in situations, other than Buescher, who is still above the cut line. All right, that's all I got for you on this one. Let me know down below who you think is going to make it to the next round of the playoffs. If you got a question, comment, or anything like that, leave it down in the comment section. If this is your first time to the channel, would love to have your subscription. If you're already subscribed, you know I appreciate you all as well. And other than that, have a good Monday. Peace.